Okay, this is a more of a general recap of where I'm at now because this is actually a crossroads of the last really 5-6 weeks or so since August 1st. What we're looking at here is what I've done in the last 5 weeks, and some of these I passed. I think one of them was passed in June, but I think everything else is since pretty much end of July, August 1st on. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. This is a 150K, but I'm talking about the 50K here. And then today, you can add the Tradeovate one. You know, Apex, somebody tell me that Tradeovate was better, so I said, let me try a Tradeovate account. This is 5 days of trading. That's how good I've been trading. So this is 650K account. So now everything I have is a PA account starting on Monday. So it's kind of go time. So I'm just trying to look at, how did I get where I got? It actually evolved since August 1st. Things have changed. I'm sure it's going to change some more. I put together a document of some of the things that I purchased with a timeline. And I was blowing accounts because I like to dollar cost average. I'm looking for somebody to professionally trade me. This is all self-taught. And, every professional I tell you, oh, you can't trade like that. Well, I'm proof that you could, and I wish I had somebody that traded like this because I'm proof that it can be successful if it's done correctly. And again, I'm a DJ, not a professional trader. Some professional trader, there's got to be a trade room or a person that trades like this and is successful because I'm doing it every day for the last 5 weeks. And let's see if it continues. So this NAP Realize was something I made because I was taking too big of a drawdown, getting dollar cost averaging in a trade. And to show you what that looks like, if you haven't seen any of my videos, I'll just pull up a chart maybe from yesterday. I think I had to do it yesterday a little bit. Wound up with 605, but you can see how quick I do this. It's 44 to like 5 minutes, 605. That's how quick I've been making my profit. So this signal, this is a EMA crossover trade using TradeSaver software. It took this signal. Software malfunctions time to time. Well, in this case, it got my first target was 3 points, took it. And then the way the indicator works is if my trade goes down $1,000, it takes me out. I could disengage it if I want to, and I did that 2 or 3 times during the stretch because, I was coming below, like, say, 1,200, but I had strong zones that I felt it was going to bounce off of. So you can see it didn't fill. It filled the first one, and then my stop's at the bottom of this candle. I moved it here below the support area to protect me. And sure enough, I added in. I hit the add button. That's dollar cost averaging. Boom. So I turned a losing trade. If I don't touch this, I would have won 60 here. I would have lost 200 here. I'd be down 140 bucks. Turn that around. This is like a $300 win when the dust settled. And then here was my next one. Boom, 605. I might have taken another trade after that. But anyway, that's how I trade now. Looking at, that's how this works. Then I put together March. I got a company called Holy Grail. I put together a 40-10 bar using Holy Grail. And I think that's how I passed the first account. It was a 20-point stop, 20-point target, but it had some filters in it. Like if it moved to 8.5 points, I locked in 5. And I got 5 points or I got 20 points. I did some manual intervention, and I did get it past the finish line with Holy Grail. I'll give you a quick peek of that chart, and this is what it looked like. You could see signal, boom, winner. This was real money, actually. It was weird. It was a 12-2 chart. I don't know where I got that one from. But you can see it won. And it traded great in May. I funded the account. In June, I got too busy. I couldn't trade anymore. I went, I put it in Sim just to see because now I had a PA account. I was going to leave it on there. Well, it got smoked in June. And I knew it wasn't going to happen. So it was back to the drawing board. Then I was like, all right, let me contact a programmer to make my own bot. This is where support and resistance came on. I purchased this back in April, added Ludwig levels in May. So in June, I started talking to programmers. I was too busy to trade, but I was emailing programmers trying to get some pricing, find out what it was going to run me. This is that TradeAvate account. This is the 6th one. It was passed today. I think I said that earlier. They were using, this was the chart I was trading in April and May. 12.4, not my, I don't know, just was not my kind of bar. This is not a bad system. I didn't know how to automate this back then. If I did, I might have won with it. If I was just, now with Markers Plus, I know how to automate these. And, the thing is, I didn't know when they were going to show up. And I don't want to take a trade like this trade I would have took. This one, in a level I probably don't want to take it. You can see it lost. So the way it was going to work is when the signal popped up, if it was in a zone, you don't take it. If it had money to get paid, you took it. And at this time, I was taking 5 points for number one, 6-point stop with this chart. You can see here's another one. You don't want to take it here, but this one you did. I mean, how many winners do you need? You would take this one. Looks like you would have won it. Here's another one you would have took. You would have took this one. Again, if you got room to get paid, you could, this one you would have took and you would have lost it. Probably not taking it. You are taking it. How many points did we get here? 96. Yeah, 5 points you win. But then look, you could, you're not taking. Well, yeah, you're not taking any of these. Kind of keeps you out of chop then. So anyway, I couldn't really find a programmer that could do this. Why? Because these blue levels are Ninjaco, and they said, well, they can't program those levels. So that kind of fell apart. The automation part of it, I'm sure it could be done. And I still think it would be good. So that was, what I purchased in May. Then I added something called Revved Out Scalper. And I put that on a 6-1 ES chart. I learned that from a company called Quick Pop. That was my first company with a K. And they taught me about the 6-1 bar, and their setups were great. And I felt like this Revved Out Scalper with this 6-1 bar was a good setup, and I still think it is. I'm not an ES trader. So let's go to Ninjaco, get a quick visual of what that setup was like. And I still think there's something here, but I'm doing so well, I don't really need it because how good I'm trading now. So you can see how much stuff I bought. Okay, so yeah, 6-1 bar. Here you go. Now this is actually the crossover signals. All right. We want to look for this. Yeah, Revved Out. So this is that Revved Out Scalper, which is another Ninjaco product. And the idea was to automate this. Back at this point, I did not know how to automate. Now with Markers Plus, I didn't realize I owned it. I do own it. I know how to automate this. And I tested it out. It's actually really good, but my next idea we're going to discuss was the crossover trade with TradeSaver was better than this. So this looks like it would really work on this chart and on that 20. I think it's better on the ES, but here it is on the NQ 25 bar. I don't know what the trade management should be on this. That was kind of throwing me off. I never knew when the signals were going to show up. And you can see you could get butchered up a little bit here, especially if you got a 10-point stop. What's your trade management like? I don't know what it should be. That's why I need a professional to tell me, hey, with this bar and this, you should have this target, this stop. My whole idea is one and done. If you got, for argument's sake, 10-point stop, 10-point target is 200, right? 2 contracts, 1 trade, one and done, 400. And again, I picked 400 because these challenges for Apex, you need 7 days to pass. So 400 a day is 2,800. You pretty much passed in 7 days, right? That's how I came up with the 400 a day profit target. But anyway, that was another idea. I learned how to automate it probably in July when I was already off of this and on to another idea. Again, the programmers couldn't program my idea, so I found a company called TradeSaver, this one here, which is where my success, if you look at the timeline, This software was purchased. Trial was here. I bought it here. August 1st is when my trading just flipped the switch, and adjustments have been made to them. Back then, the goal was just to take the trades, and I was trading. I was testing RTY. This was kind of overnight. I was testing ES61 bar, so that's where it started.
Connection lost.
And there's the 14th. Yeah, it looks like I was trading here. Let's see. It was Apex account up $600. So yeah, I was doing ES for the first 2 weeks of the month, and obviously doing well with it. I didn't blow any accounts, and I would probably pass an evaluation, at least one. And NQ I could see was sim. So as I'm doing ES in real money, or evaluation money, I was letting this roll. I could see it sim here, and just letting it do its thing. Starting at like 935, 940, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4 winners done. This was probably $400 or $500, all on its own. I didn't touch it. So once I saw how NQ was trading with TradeSaver with the same crossover, different targets and stops, it's like, what the hell am I doing? So what was this now? This is the next day. Again, these are the signals coming from the software without me touching it. And that's all TradeSaver stuff. Yeah, it looks like within the second week, in 2 weeks, I was done with ES, even though I was trading it well. I was trading NQ way better, and I like movement of NQ. Time is money. I can trade, get done quicker. There's my trade performance. And again, I was kind of trusting the software at this point. And then this TradeSaver got updated right around here. Let's see, ES. Where is it? It looks like I was still doing some ES here. What is going on with that? Okay, a video to document how I trade using TradeSaver Auto. Yep, just trying to see that chart. It doesn't want to show it to me. There's another chart. The 18th. Yeah, it looks like I'm on NQ with Apex here. $700. This one, again, I was passing these. I mean, it looks like there's no losers here. A lot of it now it looks like I'm doing my own thing besides taking the signals. Looks like a little bit of both here. But hitting profits, if you look at the timeline, 37. I mean, this is 5 minutes, $700. I was kind of doing that every day since then, and I couldn't trade every day, but just about I did. I missed a couple of days here and there. It says it's a 6-1 bar. Yeah, it was still Apex. Oh, this must have been a few days of trading. Yeah. ES. All right, so ES was still in play mid-month, but it was probably scrapped right there. I was taking a 5-point target on target 1 for NQ. And then I was watching this guy, Trader Jim, and 4 days of trading, up 2,000. Really no drawdown to speak of. And the losses are small. The wins are even small, but they add up. And, he's a professional trader I watch on YouTube, and he goes for a 12-tick target on NQ. I said, you know what? I'm going to give that a shot, because there's so many times I go 4 points and it turns around, or 4.5 points and it doesn't reach 5. So I take it 12 ticks, then I go +2. I made that change, and I actually got better. And you would think you would do worse taking a smaller first target, but for me it was the reverse. I got, I think it saved me a lot. Trades that reversed 12 ticks, it was pretty much making just about every time. So going from 5 points to 3 points, or 20 ticks to 12 ticks, for me worked. So that was somewhere mid-month, and now you can see at this point I'm totally off of ES, and I was going for 400 a day, and I was usually blowing past it. Yeah, you can see what I was doing. I was playing the level, this to this level. Once this level got hit, I said it's going to this level. This was an engulfing bar. You could take that trade, and boom, this is a good $250 right here. Plus this, 300, another 50, 350, and there you go, 435. I go, how many minutes is this? This is at 10:13. Again, 5-6 minutes, done. Again, it was every day. It's kind of documented on YouTube. Here's another day, the 23rd, 8-0, 100%. This is probably minutes of trading done. And it's not so much, me taking signals.
Video to document.
It's me hitting quick long, quick shorts. So that's kind of how I got here. And now, like I said, it's go time. And, my problem is, and it's a good problem to have, what do you do with these Apex accounts? Obviously, I'm going to start with one of the PAs on Monday. And, one of the 50Ks, I got a $2,500 buffer. Again, I think going for that 400 a day is the way to go. Because, you want to preserve your capital. I don't think I should go for 1,000 a day because you could lose 1,000 a day. So I'm going to probably keep that. I was probably hitting between 500 and 600, 700 anyway. You can see from my trading. What day was this here? Yeah, this was today. There you go. 800. So, and I was 800 away, and that's the only, I figured let me knock it off. I was only on. I was going to go for 4, but then, I was up here and jumped in. I stopped actually short. I was like $200 away or whatever I was. Then I jumped back in, and I got over. I was really close. But anyway, that was the 6th account. So trading now, I don't know which one I'm going to trade, but I'm going to take them. And, I think I'm going to do that 400 to 600 a day. And, within 5 days, 7 days, I'm almost at $3,000. And the thing is, you got to get away from the drawdown. So I'm going to need a few weeks. If you look at the math, I was up 18,000 in 5 weeks. Well, if I take one of these accounts and I get up 18,000, that's real money. My drawdown, if I'm right, stops at 52.5. If I'm up to 70,000, I got a $17,000, 17.5 drawdown protection. So if I lose 5,000 in a day, my account's not blown. So why would I go back and trade another account? If you just can take one account and send it to the moon, if I get this up again, 40, 50,000, whatever it is, 20,000, you cash it out, you dump that in your own account, you cancel Apex. I think that's the right thing to do. I'm going to, be discussing this in some Discords and some other traders to see what they do. But, I don't know if it makes sense to, get an account up 10 and then go to another one. And now I'm back to a $2,500 drawdown. Where if I'm up 10,000 on an account, I got a $7,500 drawdown. So, that's a good problem that I have here. I don't want to say I'm done with Apex because I'm not done with Apex because I got to build my PAs up to, where I can start taking money out. I really don't need the money, so I don't need to take it out. So I'm going to just let it build up and use that drawdown. And, if I trade like I have the last 5 weeks, again, I'm going to be up 17.5. And, obviously I'm going to start taking some money out. and funding my own account. Just, ultimately, I don't even know what the rules are to take out money, but I'm going to research it now. And I think it's every 2 weeks you're allowed to take out $2,500. I hope it's more than that, but if it's not, all right, I can kind of, I have my own funded account. I can trade anyway. I don't really need Apex. So if I'm up, say 20, I'm to $70,000. I got $20,000 in profit, and they get 10%. They get 2,000. 18,000 should be mine. So if I'm allowed to take 2,500 every 2 weeks, if that's the rule, well, I'll just do it until I get my money out while I'm trading my real cash account. And why would I need Apex at that point, right? For me, Apex was a way to me hone my skills, to figure out how to trade without losing my own money and only paying the fees to perform, which were peanuts. So that was my view of Apex, not to continue with it, to take an account to the moon, close it out, and be done. But the good news is I got 6 accounts. So if I blow an account, I got 5 more that I get to push through. So the way I'm trading, I'm going to push one of these through. If it's not the first one, it'll be the second one. If it's not the second one, it'll be the third one. And once I get past that, again, that drawdown issue, I think I'm going to be even more relaxed and more comfortable trading. And but I still got to keep my principles that got me here, like cutting out of a trade if you get down 1,000. Maybe I can increase it to 2,500 if I got a $15,000 buffer, because generally I come back from those trades. So, this is a 150K account trading from a couple of days ago. Yeah, I was obviously dialed in, 15-0, $1,000. That was probably in 15 minutes. So that is the journey, how I got here. I wish that I had someone to talk to, a professional trader. Most professional people I've asked said, no, you can't trade like that. You should not do it. So still looking. I wish I had professional input on something that I can maybe add to make this even better, because I feel like it's deadly now and I want to stay on that course. So this is a crazy recap, but a good recap. And, the transition period of trading is that evals are done. I passed them all, which surprised the hell out of myself, because pretty much 6 or 7 passed in 5 weeks is some incredible trading, which shows the consistency that I have. Now, was I lucky because it was summer? I was wondering if September my trading was going to change. Now it's kind of still summer trading. So, are these levels going to hold up through September, October? We don't know. If these levels don't hold, I'm probably not going to trade well because I use them. So we shall see, and I'll document, keep everybody posted. I got backup plans just in case. I hope I don't need them. All the best.